India versus Pakistan. That's all that needs to be said, because words aren't enough to conjure the emotions that are going through me right now. So I tell you what, let's go back in time. Let's think of the memories, our favorite India-Pakistan moments. Ravi, whenever we come to this encounter, last line, in fact, it's just about an hour to go before the coin goes up on this one. Lakshman, what about you? Your favorite memory?
He's rekindled my memory, because I was on air.
Here, I'm sorry. He's about as Indian as it gets. That is Brett Lee. So are you feeling it? Have we got you onto the side? I mean, what's your take on this whole rivalry? Time just stops right now. This is all that matters. That's why we have been building up from 8:30 in the morning to this blockbuster, which will be held, frankly, in a home away from home for most of Team India and Team Pakistan. Jatin Sapru, our man there in Edgbaston. What was the atmosphere like? You said it, Jatin, and we've got someone with us, a very special guest who's been at the heart of the action in this brilliant, ruthless year that Team India has enjoyed. He was an integral member of Team India, becoming the #1 test side. Unfortunately, injury has kept him out of the Champions Trophy. Fortunately, KL Rahul, the rock star, is joining us in our studio. You're going to be sitting here watching it with us? Are you going to have goosebumps? Team India would be really looking for this one, because there is no better way than to start not only a huge ICC tournament, but the defense of your trophy. Let's hear how Team India are getting ready for this Maha encounter. Passion and patriotism go hand in hand, without a doubt. The attitude has not changed. If anything, it's just going to be amplified when you take on a Pakistan on that. The good thing, as far as Virat Kohli really is concerned, is that as far as his bench is concerned, they've been giving him their ICC Champions Trophy up against their arch rivals, Pakistan. Although Pakistan have a better record against India in the Champions Trophy overall in ICC tournaments, of late it is all about been Team India's domination. We have been tracking the men in blue, trying to get a feel of what they are feeling ahead of this big encounter. Let's continue to follow the blues, brought to you by Cadbury Bonvita. In this format, because if rain is going to interrupt, you want to be able to just win, like India did in 2013, win every single game.
Absolutely. And
but it's also, as I mentioned previously, it's a bit of a contest between perhaps the best pacemen from both units this time around. Brett, I'm sure that makes you quite excited, because India, a little bit of competitiveness. Does it charge you up? Is that what it does? Does that what it does for Virat Kohli?
It does. I mean,
mindset has translated into your competitive game, hasn't it?
Yeah. Like I said earlier,
is Virat, when things don't go to plan, when those failures are there, is he ever angry? How does he talk down in a dressing room if that plan has not thought of? Who is your ideal #7, Lakshman?
Oh, the Hardik's so good, coming in batting at the death.
Towards the end is actually because if your seamers are fit, and that too after a long time, who are your seamers going to?
On to what they've said about Hardik, what he brings to the plate is he can be used as a...
You what? We can all speculate what we want, but it really also depends on the conditions. So, gentlemen, we'll try and make it a little easier for you. Let's get you the pitch report. Saurav Ganguly, take it away. The way you say that, because too often it's really been about India's batting heavyweight against the scorching Pakistani pacers. But this time around, really, it's our Indian seamers that are setting, that little bit of fire in our belly. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar, great memories of Pakistan. He debuted against them. He could be India's go-to man in these conditions. Great when you do have those options of having those specialists amongst the Indian seamers. We are building up to the big for Captain Kohli. I mean, it's his first major tournament, a major ICC tournament. That too, you take on Pakistan. I just wonder, when you step out to the field against them, he has special memories. Let's have a look at the Cadbury Sweet Memories. Zaya, you've got to take that into consideration as well. We're all set for this Maha blockbuster. The toss, the captain's walking out. Let's see what happens. Virat Kohli has pretty much put it. We're going to look into really who could be the star to the superstar for Pakistan. And he really could be the X factor in the latter half of his career. He's converted his last 5 50s into 100s, but it's about being able to get the start from Team India's point of view. Shikhar Dhawan back in the mix. How excited would he be? India's openers are always together. They're inseparable, all of them. I just wonder what are those. You have so much fun and so much mercy, all the conflict. Really, from our fans' point of view, that's what it means. All right, let's have a look at what could be the key battle, our Samsung QLED TV key battle. Ahmed, from his point of view, really from Pakistan's point of view, has to be the spearhead, our MRF base zone. Ravi Sastry and Lakshman besides me. Okay, yeah, gentlemen, we said it, we saw it, we'll have rain, we've had a little bit of rain, but your first impression?
No, it's...
The dressing room. Exciting for us, without a doubt, every time India walk out to play Pakistan. For them, it's the start of the defense of their Champions Trophy. What a better way than to do it against your arch rivals, because years, if they've taught us anything, is that the occasions between these two nations are momentous. They have a little bit of fire. So come on, let's bring down the sledgehammer once again. You say it sets it up beautifully for our moment number one. We have been anticipating this as we've been building up to India versus Pakistan from the day we started our coverage here of the Champions Trophy. Moment number one, let's go back to 1996. That's all a bowler needs to get a little bit of a fire in the belly, a challenge. It's about the mind games. You know, as fans, that's what we see. We can only imagine the situation, you know, the challenge that's being thrown down the world. In moments have you not been on air for?
might have...
Your sledgehammer moments, we will also have a top 10
No,
one day. Takes you back to 2013 when these two really set the stage on fire. We've had a couple of Indian openers since then. It's been revolving doors across the formats because of injuries, of opportunities, of the fact that these many options are available. But when it's Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan, Ravi, what do you best enjoy about this pair?
No.
There's a different sort of preparation for these conditions. You spent the past year literally playing in the subcontinent, playing at home apart from the West Indies earlier on. Suddenly these sort of conditions where you have to have different shots in your arsenal available. Stability and evolution, that's what all the great players are focusing on these days, without a doubt, because Virat Kohli, who earlier on used to be said, you know, don't attempt certain shots, don't try and play square to the wicket because it's not working for you. But we saw so much of that in the nets, didn't we, from Virat Kohli's point of view. And earlier in the day, in fact, we had you with Akash discussing this as well. When we look at the game plan, what Pakistani bowlers have to employ against Virat Kohli to try and bring up any memories, to try and haunt him of what happened in England, what do they need to do? Let's find out what they had to say. No doubt that he does think like that, because he also knows that in the last two ICC encounters against Pakistan, he has been the batsman who has bossed this team. Let's take you back to 2015, the opening game of the World Cup, when Virat Kohli set Adelaide on fire with a century against Pakistan. Indian bowlers had bowled out. What would they have been doing in the dressing room right now to keep themselves in the zone, Ravi?
No, they would have...